What's up, guys? Pittsburgh Weiss Schwarz here for more Quints set review. This time, I'm joined by the same people as last time: Carmen, Brian, and Tyler.
Wow.
Up.
Whoa.
And let's, Brian, get into these beautiful red cards.
Alright, we got Itsuki. She's here. It's red. Level 0, 1500. When you use an act, this card gains 2000 power, goes up to 3500. When this card's battle opponent becomes reversed, clean cut. And it has act rest one of your quintuplets characters. Doesn't have to be this one, could be this one. And this card gains 1000 power for the turn. I forgot Quints had a clean cut, honestly.
Yeah, it's because
Oh,
nobody
there-
plays it.
Yeah, there's a
See-
reason.
It seems fine.
It's a
Okay,
45
it's
cut.
it's a great card in every deck that's not the Itsuki deck. The Itsuki deck doesn't support this card very well at all. Because a couple reasons. You have to rest another card right at 0, which means you have to puke down your hand, which is fine, right? But you want to have that back row online as early as possible. If you rickied on turn, it is actually reasonable if you are tri-fielding to go overhand on your second level 0 turn without the thing down in the back row. And if you're trying to attack with it and cut one of your back rows back, that means you're going to have both of them, because you got to rest a card in the back row and then cut your other back row to the back row. So like you have to have too many cards for this card to be online. And because you want to have that double back row slammed like as early as possible, and your combo pluses so much, you have no reason to like try to make efficient plays with a clean cut in a deck like that. So it just doesn't have good synergy with that deck. I think in another deck it could be fine, but I think in the 8-door deck, I think the card's an int.
Mm-hmm. I also remember that Quints actually does have another clean cut. They have the yellow trial deck one, but
Yeah, the more simple one. This card can get to 45 though. That's like a lot. Yeah.
It's a clean cut. When it works, it works. I
I'll
guess.
still give it a B. It's still
Yeah.
pretty.
Yeah,
good.
no, I think the card itself is fine.
In the card itself, yeah.
I think the card itself is fine. I think it doesn't fit in the Itsuki deck. So kind of hits against it a bit. But you can play it in other decks without issue, most likely, as long as you have some form of act, like that Yotsuba card that we talked about, the like free act at 0, or the other Itsuki back row that you can tap down at 0. That's fine. If you're fine with that card chilling there, maybe it's okay. In a deck that you play a lot of 0s, of course. You have to play like 18, not even 18. I think you have to play like 20 plus 0s if you want to play this card and have it reliably go off, because you need so many extra cards at 0 to have it work. But the card itself is fine. It retains its value throughout the game longer because it hits higher power. Alright, on to Nino. 1/1 Nino. If all your characters are quintuplets, this card gets 1500 power in the following 2 effects. During your turn, it gets 2k, and it has hand on course. So if you're playing a legal quintuplets deck and you don't have Futuro down, you get those effects. On attack with the standby, shocker there. If you have another character, look at up to 2 cards from the top of your deck. Choose 1 card from among them, put it back on top of your deck. Send the remaining cards to waiting room. And during this turn, this card gains the following effect. When this card's battle opponent is reversed, you may choose a character in your waiting room, add it to your hand. Reminder that this card is 6/5, 8/5. So you're probably killing stuff. And it's a 1/1. So you can kill unreversible stuff too. Standby decks that get their hand back immediately. Gross. Pretty good. Even if we get the heavy ban list.
This just replaces it.
I'm saying even if we get the heavy ban list, the deck will still be good. I'm talking
sure.
even if we get the limit to Nino, the deck will still probably be fine. Japan still plays it. Still fucking play it. They won't stop playing Nino.
I mean, I can't think of how many. I feel like I'm not like multi-comboed by 8 standby Nino all that often. It just limits the ability for them to do their shuffle back multi-standby shenanigans.
Yeah. All right, next. Tanner.
3/2, 8,500 Nino. If your opponent has a level 3 or higher character, you get a -1 level in hand. So early play if your opponent has one or is already level 3. And if you have 2 or more other Quints characters, this card gets 2,500 power and hand encore. And on play heal. So it sits 11k with 2 or more others. Seems fine.
Like a pseudo replacement for the Ichika. Conditions a little rough for standby, I think, to play.
Yeah.
But as just an early play healer, card is definitely fine. It is an 8/5 and encore healer. Or 11k. We sure this card isn't on turn? Card seems weirdly power balanced. What is it?
Yeah, do we know, Tyler?
No, it's all the time. All the time. It's just a good card. Power balancing be damned. All right, next card.
All right. Wow.
Tyler.
Yo,
There
it's
you
the
go.
card.
Yayo.
On play, this Itsuki gets to look at up to 3 cards from the top of your deck. You get to take one and add it to hand, and for some reason she gets 1,500 power when she does that. Then she has, if you have experience 6 or higher, you may pay the cost. If you have the climax, you may pay the cost on attack, which is ditch 3 cards. Then you get to burn 3, mocha 2. Yeah, that.
Dumb card.
Yep. Carmen and I talked a lot about this one in the deck tech too.
Yeah, we talked about the damage numbers. It's pretty gross for only 6 stock in a deck that has no problem meeting that hand requirement.
Yeah, you might be going, oh, ditch 3 cards, that's so expensive. Yeah, Itsuki now has 2 cards that sit in the back row that both give you +1 max hand size. So you are constantly sitting at a 9-card hand in this deck. And since this card cantrips, that's all you need to resolve triple combo.
The fact that you only need 6 stock to go off is what makes this card so stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're gonna face down 3 of this most of the games you play against Itsuki. They're playing 8 doors. They rip through their deck all the time. They're gonna find 3 copies of this. They sit at 9 hands, so they're not punished for holding 3 copies of combo in their hand all game because they have 6 other cards to use to like play for board and whatnot. So yeah, you're gonna see triple combo almost every game, and that's what makes it so gross. The fact that you will always see triple. Well, not always, but more often than not. It's also 12k, no reason. It is like kind of weak to defensive counters, but it's also on attack. Like if you're even forced aside, this is still a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next card. Back to you.
All right, level 0, Ichika. When this card becomes reversed, if this card's battle opponent is level 0 or lower, you can bomb it, you can reverse it. And when this card is sent from the stage to the waiting room, you can pay 1, put an Ichika from the waiting room at the bottom of your clock. If you did, check 5 cards, add an Ichika character, add it to your hand, and discard the rest.
Then draw ditch. Right?
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Add it to hand, add the remaining cards to waiting, and then, yeah, it does do that.
This card processes 6 cards
Uh-huh.
on reverse.
Card's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, that's dumb as fuck. That's really fucking good. Maybe you can play the 1/0 each because it doesn't have any deck speed. When you just fire off this in the early game, Jesus.
Seems good, yeah.
That's really good.
Seems really good.
Yeah. I'm a big fan. That's a hand filter. That's a lot of deck speed. Oh my god. That's a lot. I wish this card wasn't Ichika-gated. That's really stupid. There's a reason it is Ichika-gated. It also trades with whatever's across from it. What the fuck? This card's stupid. This card's cracked.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's not as cracked as the next card somehow.
It's the worst girl though. That's why.
Yeah, it's the worst girl. I got the on stage. Your maximum hand size is +1. This is the on stage effect. This effect right here. You may pay 1 and rest this card. Choose one of your Quints characters during this turn. It gets the following effect. When this card's battle opponent is reversed, you may choose a character in your waiting room and add it to your hand. Experience rest this card and different rest ability. If the total level of the cards in your level zone is 3 or higher, choose one of your characters during this turn. It gains 2k. This card's broken. Card is unbelievably broken. On stage Silica was already a card that you would play in like decks and like never feel bad. And this is an unbelievably power crept version of that card that any deck could play. You could play this in any deck. You slam this down.
The fact that it gives you +1 max hand size is so dumb.
Yeah, I do not know what they were thinking when they made this card. This card is unbelievably busted, broken, stupid as fuck.
Like what Tanner said, the Bushiroad employees really like Itsuki.
Yeah.
It's really sick that
They really do, yeah.
it just gives any deck pay 1 +1 on reverse.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
guess what?
it doesn't even have to be the Itsuki deck.
You know what's hype with that Ichika? It makes it free. That we just looked at. 6 cards free deck speed. Because it guarantees the reverse.
Damn.
Yo,
Say 2
6 card deck
plus
speed
2.
Plus you get a salvage after
cracked.
from those 5 extra cards you milled. +2 +1 hand. Card's insane.
Does it
Best
go
card
off
ever
like
printed.
that when this card becomes reversed? When your battle opponent becomes reversed? Yeah.
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 Or well, no.
All you
The
need is
cards,
reverse.
the mill cards are on waiting room.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's still
You grab the other card.
stupid.
Still makes it free.
All right, next, Tanner.
All right. 1500 level 0 Nino. On play, choose another character with Nino and it gets the following effect. When this attacks, choose your trigger and look look it up to 5 cards from the top of your deck. Choose one character with Nino and their name, reveal it, add it to your hand, send the remaining cards to waiting room. So, pay 1 sack, look it up to 5, add a Nino. Okay.
Not as good of a deck speed tool as the Ichika Brainstorm. Even with
Pretty sure this still gets played in standby though, doesn't it?
I don't know. We can check KiluaWS.wordpress.com. Quintessential quintuplets.
Seems fun.
There is 1 8 standby deck the past week for 3 weeks.
Nice.
And it plays all foils, so I can't tell if that card is peaking. Actually,
What
it looks
number?
like it does.
56?
Is 56 the foil? Her in a tennis uniform?
Yeah.
Okay, it is played.
Yeah. I was pretty sure that this was still played.
And I don't actually see the Ichika Brainstorm. Maybe that card got cut because of the pick list. I don't know. Seems fine. All right. Next, Tyler.
Yo.
More broken cards.
This effect activates up to once per turn. When you use an act during the turn, she gets 500 per Itsuki. So she counts herself, so she can get up to 7. This effect activates up to once per turn. When you use an act during this turn, she gains on attack, reveal top if it's level 1 or higher. Send it this if it's a level 1 or higher card, send it to stock. So it's better Mel.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is dumb card. Dumb card.
I'll give that an S. That card's correct.
Yeah, this card's really stupid. Free stock in a deck that doesn't need stock.
S for stupid.
It's
Free compression.
free
I mean,
stock.
when your stock threshold is low, it gives you the ability to use the on stage more often, to brainstorm more often, to keep up your 9-card hand.
I mean, also while your deck is experience based, you're gonna hit this more often than not.
Yeah.
Or at least that's the theory. I never hit this card.
I hit it 1 and 3 probably.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those. Should
Yeah.
hit, never does.
It's still big though.
Yeah,
I
the
know,
fact that
talk
this
about
card's
these are free.
7K before backup. So if you back up another lane, this card hits 7K if you have full field.
And
Before
then
you
it goes
play.
to 9 if you back up this lane.
Yeah, it's really stupid. Really dumb. Next.
Alright. 1/1 Nino. All of your characters with Nino in their name gain the following effect. On attack, check 2, choose your trigger. Also has when your character checks a standby, choose one of your characters, it gains 3k for the turn.
Wow, and if you play the Nino standby, it means you add more standbys to your deck. This card actually seems really fucking good, actually.
Yeah.
I'm a fan. Makes every single Nino in your deck a card that pushes for another standby to refill your board if your board is answered. When you trigger that standby, it makes one of your characters that maybe you were chumping or maybe you were evening lane or trading or something like that and instantly win that lane. This is really dumb. I don't know where you find the board space. Nino classically has like a back row shuffling issue. I don't know where this card goes. But like, I don't know. You probably try to force it somehow. This seems like way too good not to play. But maybe I'm wrong. Let's go back. What's the foil look like? Let's go back to that one Nino deck.
Pretty sure she's just in a wedding dress.
I don't think I see it in the deck at all, actually. Maybe. I don't know. I'm really stupid and blind at the same time. That's
If you send me the picture, I can look at it.
One of my problems. No, it's not in the list. It's not in this one list, but I don't know if that's true. But conceptually, the card seems good. If it doesn't see play, it is probably due to the back row shuffling issue. But I don't think that makes the card bad.
A soul trigger helps push damage.
True.
All right, next. Itsuki, 3/2. 2 or less climax in your waiting room early play. When this card is placed on the stage of your hand, you may discard an Itsuki from your hand to the waiting room. And if you do, heal the top card of your clock to hand. Gets around that pesky Grisaya anti-heal. That'll be coming to English soon. And this effect activates once per turn. When you use an act during this turn, this card gets plus X power. X is equal to the number of Itsukis in their name times 500. So this card is 10k. You act, it goes to 12k. And it's still a healer. It's a healer and a striker in one card. It has a different early play condition than the other healer you play, which is a 4 or more. Which means that if you're having a crazy game where your Mel's have hit every single time, and you've had an extended early game, you could double early play and still triple combo. Seems like a good fucking card.
You can clock a climax.
Yeah.
And grab it right back.
You could. But ideally, when you play a healer, you don't want to clock. You want to heal.
It's a free draw too.
Rewind the game state. Not all about drawing cards.
Are you
like
sure
drawing
that
cards.
this translation is you can draw the top card of your clock? I feel like you can only grab Itsuki.
Let me check. What's the card number? 59?
Yeah.
These are the community translations. Very possible. Top card of clock to hand.
Okay.
That is correct.
Hype.
Grab anything. Events, climaxes, whatever.
That
Alright.
is hype.
Next. Banner.
Alright. Level 0, 500 power Nino. At the beginning of your climax phase, choose one of your Quints characters that gets X power, where X is the level times 1000. And you can rest this card, choose a character, and it gains 1 level. Whoa. You can have a level 4 pump 4k.
You can give your opponent the ability to anti-change your card for the low cost of rest itself. That's being a little harsh, but I don't think the card's very good.
I don't like it.
You
I
can
mean,
give
this is pretty much to get the Nino to be able to be early played.
Yeah, it's like
You pump a level 2 up to 3.
it's like that thing I used to do with Darkness back in the day.
Or
Yeah, you
pump
can
your
target your
or yours.
opponents.
It's still not very good though.
Yeah. Back row shuffling at you, etc., etc. Alright, next card. Tyler.
Yo, Burger Itsuki. When this card's placed on stage from hand, you may pay the cost, which is ditch 1. You can search for your level 1 set 2 Itsuki combo. And you can pay 1, sack this cigarettes for a really disgusting card.
Yeah, this card's gross. I'm gonna go get the good art real quick. Hold on.
I was doing the
Yeah,
same
while
thing.
you
Itsuki with the burger.
yeah, while you guys somebody say something else about this stupid card. I don't know what else you say. This card's
I
dumb
like
as hell.
Borger.
I also like Borger.
Borger Itsuki's best Itsuki. I got. Dude, that's a low quality image though.
Here, wait, I got it.
There we go. I got it. No, I got it.
Got it right here.
I already got it. It's already right here.
Oh no,
Right.
it's gone. It's what the fuck? Dude.
Look at it. It's
She
big
she ate the burger.
You got the
You
burger.
do
Yeah.
eat the Borger.
Yeah, you this is the one of the only acts that doesn't require you to rest something in the deck, by the way. So that's something you can do with that. But basically this card reads for every copy you play, you add 2 copies of your combo. Because you discard any card, search one, and then you pay 1 cigarettes, inevitably hit a 1 or more, and salvage another combo, and then you triple combo. So even if you don't draw a single copy of your combo, you can Ricky for 1, search 1, and then 1 that you lost to clock because you're unlucky and bad, like me, you can grab it back anyway. This card this deck has so many fail safes for players who are terrible at the game like me, so and lose all their combos.
Yeah, you just have all your cards always, all the time in this deck.
I wish I could be as good as Zach. Zach always like no sculpt, like turn 2 triple combo with climax. I wish I could be like him, but I can't. So I need cards that are broken, like this.
The downside of this card is you have to buy the foil because it looks so good.
Yeah,
You're
you're
not
not allowed
allowed
to
to
play the base rare. You're banned. More market manipulation. Buy burger, eat skis. You only need 2 though. You don't have to buy 4. You can. All right, next.
All right, level 1, Ichika. All of your other characters, if all of your other characters have Ichika in their card name, this card gains the following 2 effects. On attack, pay 1 twin drive, and on reverse, level 1 reverse bomb.
I forgot about this card. This is also a free twin drive.
Card seems
decent,
pretty good, yeah. Like big enough with climax down to beat over a lingering combo, but then also trade. Pretty good. Next. Tyler.
We got 2/1 counter. When you use this card's backup, pay 1, ditch a character. If you do, give a one of your opponent's characters -1 soul. So it doesn't have to be in the battle.
Does it not have to be in battle? That might be mistranslated.
I don't know. It could be a mistranslation.
What is this? Card number 63. It does say choose one of your opponent's characters.
All right.
Don't
so
know
no
if that's
battle.
right. But pay 1 sack. So pay 2 overall sack. So it's a sack counter. Might be cool. These are fine.
Oh, it is a sack. I read it as ditch.
Easy
Yeah,
to
that's
do.
fine. I'll give
I
it a
did all
C
fine.
plus though.
Alright, next. Back to Bryant.
All right. 2/1 Itsuki. If you have full field, it early plays at level 1. If you have experience 3 or higher, gets plus 4k. At the beginning of your encore step, if this card's in the front row and you have a full field of quintuplets characters, you may sacrifice the climax. If you do, check up to 4, add all quintuplets characters or the Itsuki 2/1 event from among them.
Oh, I didn't even
No,
think about
it's,
it.
That's not Nikki Itsuki in the hot tub, not that event.
No, it's the 1/0 counter from this set.
The save a thing counter.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
thing. That card. I don't like it. Gross.
It doesn't need a reverse. It's unlike some of these combos, so it's not the worst thing ever. But I mean, if you're playing Itsuki, why not play the broken set 2 combo?
Yeah, just play that one. Miku, but it goes plus 4 because it could live. Miu was already fine. Next. 3/2 each. During your turn, if you have 4 more other Quints characters, the card gains 3,000 power on the following 2 effects. So it'll be a 12/5 during your turn. During this card's battle, your opponent can't play events or backups. Can't do anything, and it has twin drive because each has twin drive. And it heals. It's like a big wall buster card. Plays around defensive counters. Twin drives. I don't know. Bounce 1 lane. Play this. Bounce 1 lane with your event. Play this. 2 of the Ichka. Like set 1 combo. Maybe that's fine. Your opponent has 3 big lanes. I don't know. Seems okay. Doesn't seem remarkable.
Whatever, yeah. It's got twin drive. Look at all this twin drive you could have if you play each guy.
So much twin drive. Alright. The next card.
3/2, 10/5 Nino. If all of your other Quints characters gain 1,500. And climax combo if you have the standby. Sack the standby, and if you do, if this card is placed on the stage by that effect, then you can stand it, and all the characters get on attack, top check to choose your trigger. Hype.
Play the old combo. Don't play this.
Yeah. Maybe they'll completely ban the old combo.
Yeah,
And you'll have to play this.
that's what it's for. It's for the inevitable.
They're just getting us ready for it.
Yeah, it's the Band-Aid card. Next. Tyler.
When this card attacks, choose one of your other Quints characters. It gets 2k. And at the beginning of your opponent's attack phase, pay 1. Move this to an empty slot in your back row.
Profile's fine.
Back row runner.
Every time it's fine.
I'm
Always
pretty sure
just
the
okay.
next card is just a better back row runner.
Alright, next. Go look at it then, Brian.
Alright, level 0, Itsuki. Effect activates up to once per turn. When you use an act, this card gains X power. X is the number of other characters in your back row with Itsuki in their card name. So it can get up to 4,500 if you have 2 Itsukis in your back row. At the beginning of your opponent's attack step, if you have another Quints character, if there is a character in the slot across from this card, you can run this card.
It's free back row runner.
Yeah,
You have to hit a
beginning of
top
opponent's
You have
check.
to hit a top check.
you have to hit a top check. Yeah, reveal the top card of your deck if it's an Itsuki or the 1/0 event. You get to run to back row for free.
So this card will only ever be 2/5.
Because it has to have an open back row slot, yes. Mhm.
To run, or you just use it as a big swing.
Be strong. Strong girl.
I like it worse than the last runner. I like it even worse. What is it with these Itsuki cards that need back row when Itsuki wants you to have the 2 crack back row? I don't get it.
Yeah.
That's not a.
It is funny that there is immediately after one another a pay 1 run to back row runner immediately up against this one might be free because it's Itsuki.
Type.
Alright, next. Another Itsuki. When this card attacks, choose one of your other characters that gets 500 power times the number of your other quintuplets characters. So it's a Shimakai. And then experience is placed from stage to hand. If you have experience 2 during the turn, this card gets 3k. Wait a second. This is a level 0 Shimakai that attacks at the same power level as level 1 vanilla Shimakais.
I don't know how many times we have to say it. It's an Itsuki.
Yeah, it's an Itsuki card. That's an Itsuki card. That's actually fine. Like, I don't see a reason to fucking play it, but like in terms of like a pure card, it's literally a Shimakai. It's a 1/0 Shimakai that's a level early for no reason. It's
Yep.
Oh my god.
That-
These
yep.
are so funny. Reading the Itsuki cards is so funny. I forgot how much better they were than like every other girl's.
Weiss Schwarz.
When they're like smack up against other girls' cards. Really funny. Alright, next. Tanner.
Yeah. All of your opponent's characters get Encore 2. And when your character triggers a standby, you can pay 1, sack this card, choose a Quints character in your waiting room, add it to your hand, choose 1 character, and that character gets top check to choose your trigger.
How does this resolve? Correct me if I'm wrong, but you have to resolve the standby trigger before you can resolve this effect.
I believe so, yes.
Don't like it.
Doesn't do a whole lot, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's fine, but I don't think it does a lot. Because you cannot resolve it to open up a slot for the standby. Just yeets itself if it's already crashed.
Mm-hmm.
Because it has to be on board, so you can't play over it on the trigger, right? You can't standby over it and then pay the cost. The card has to be sent to waiting room.
Because sending it to waiting room is part of the cost, yeah.
Yeah, so you can't. Unfortunate. Making the card work that way would probably be way too good. There's a reason why it's like this. Alright,
Whose card is this?
Tyler?
When this card is placed on stage from hand, reveal the top card of your deck. If that's a Quints character, choose a character, gets 3k. When this card's sent from stage to waiting room, pay 2, salvage a Quints character.
Seems fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's like it
I think
pluses
there are
you.
better cards.
There are better cards. It like pluses you instead of being a bomb. These are usually like check give power. They're a bomb, but this is a lot more power, and it could plus you. I don't know.
Yeah.
Seems okay. It's not the best. All right, back to Brian.
All right, 1/1 Eatski. Effect activates up to twice per turn. When you use an act, this card gains plus X power. X is equal to the number of your other quintuplets characters times 500. So it can get up to 10,000 and has hand on core. Wow,
Just-
deja vu.
It's worse.
Very
This is
Yeah.
worse than the Miku that just gets it when your other characters attack.
yeah, you have to use 2 acts in a turn. I don't know how you feasibly do that. I mean, I guess you're Eatski. You just have acts all over the place.
Brainstorm and then another
Yeah.
tap. You have to. All right, 1/0 Eatski counter. Choose up to 1 character with Eatski in its card name. Add it to hand. Choose a card in your hand. Ditch it. So it's a hand filter. Salvage first, then ditch. Notably, if you play this without a waiting room, you will be forced to ditch. Choose one of your characters with Eatski in their card name during this turn. Card is sent from stage to waiting room. Return it to its previous stat as rest. So it's like a hand on core. Notably, this is a counter that does not kick your axe, therefore it is worthless. I literally don't care what else it does. You're playing an axe-based deck. There's literally no reason to be playing an event counter. Play many of the character backups with really good effects in this set. Like there are a billion of them. No reason to play this.
Yep. And that's it.
You know, it might literally be an F. It's like this is like literally just completely wasted.
Oh wait, it's only Eatski.
Yeah, it's only Eatskis.
It's not that bad.
You're just like you're literally punished for playing it.
Yo, S.
Yeah, no. Those letters are by each other on the keyboard.
Like, come on, this is like a wasted slot. This kind of stuff makes me angry. Make this an event that does literally anything else. I would rather this be a vanilla cigarettes event than this.
I mean, it could have at least been a character for Eatski.
Yeah.
They've printed this on characters before
Mm-hmm.
as backup.
Like, it could be a fucking 0 power backup. They've done that before.
Yep.
Oh, well, whatever. We'll see you guys in blue. First girl.